Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Acupuncture's My Life. Now, in this episode, I want to discuss thyroid cancer. Okay? And it happened. I'm bringing this up because it crossed my mind 2 days ago. I was approached in the supermarket, and there was a previous patient of mine who had asked, "Doc, what are the signs and symptoms of thyroid cancer?" And I'd asked her, one, has she been seeing her primary care physician on an annual basis? And she said she'd stopped. And you guys have to understand why I'm continually saying, I'm always bringing up in every episode, make sure you see your primary care physician for annual checkups and make regular wellness visits with your acupuncturist. Now, why do I say this? Is because there are a wide array of symptoms and signs that you may experience. And many of you guys are self-diagnosing on the internet, and that's not good. Because I'd asked this person, as to why she'd asked, and she said she saw certain symptoms that she was experiencing that could be signs of thyroid cancer, and I said that's not a good thing to do. You should be seeing either myself or an acupuncturist for regular wellness visits. I know you stopped, and I can't emphasize more the fact that you should make acupuncture part of your life. But when it comes to thyroid cancer, yes, there are certain signs that you should look out for. You should pay attention to. All right? And those signs can be, let's say, a lump in your neck. Like if you notice a lump that just isn't always there, whether it's painful or not, that is a sign that you need to seek medical attention sooner rather than later. Okay? And then neck pain. And there have been, how many, I can't be exact, but there were a few patients that I've had in the past that has expressed with neck pain among other symptoms, and I've sent them to see an oncologist, and it did turn out to be thyroid cancer. All right, but if you notice like a lump in your neck or weird neck pain, bring it up with your doctor or your acupuncturist. It's important that you do so. You don't want to let cancer symptoms, and in this case, thyroid cancer symptoms, go unattended or ignored. You really don't. And also, along with that, do you notice swelling in your neck? That's another sign to look out for. Or do you notice like hoarseness that just doesn't tend to go away? When I say hoarseness, like your voice is hoarse, and you're wondering like, why does it sound like this? Why am I always sounding hoarse? And it just doesn't go away. Another, along with hoarseness, do you notice your voice is changing? All right. Do you notice that your voice is changing? Are you having trouble swallowing? That is not good. You notice that you're having trouble swallowing. You want to see a doctor sooner rather than later. You definitely want to see an acupuncturist if you're noticing any of these symptoms. Another concern would be trouble breathing. Trouble swallowing, trouble breathing. Really, do you really want those symptoms to get worse? Because that's not good. Do you notice that you have a persistent cough? It's just constant. And it has nothing to do with having a cold, being sick in the form of like a flu virus or the common cold. There's nothing to do with any of that. And there are other symptoms to pay attention to, like constipation, hair loss. Are you sleeping too much? Because those are also symptoms of thyroid issues as well. It's important that you understand that health is wealth. That's where the wealth is. It's not in your pocket, your purse, or your wallet. The wealth is in you. It's not. The wealth isn't in an app on your phone or a cryptocurrency account. It's not in the bank, nor is it in a safe in your closet. And the wealth is not under your mattress. It's not in the shoebox in the closet or under the doghouse in your backyard. The wealth is in you. And I hope that's why you listen to Acupuncture's My Life podcasts. Now, there are a few types of thyroid cancer that many of you are unaware of. Many of you. It's just not just thyroid cancer. You can have papillary thyroid cancer, which develops from the follicular cells in the body, which produce and store thyroid hormones. And papillary thyroid cancer can happen at any age, but it usually occurs between the ages of 30 and 50. And it's the most common form of thyroid cancer. And then you have like follicular thyroid cancer. Again, it arises from the follicular cells of the thyroid. And that type of thyroid cancer tends to affect individuals older than 50. Okay, and Hürthle cell cancer, it's a rare but very aggressive type of follicular thyroid cancer. And I'm just bringing these types up for the record because many individuals have no clue of the various types of thyroid cancer there is. There's medullary thyroid cancer. Begins in the thyroid cells that are called the C cells, which produce the hormone calcitonin. Now, you see, when calcitonin levels are elevated in the blood, it can indicate medullary thyroid cancer at a very, very early stage. And then you have anaplastic thyroid cancer as well. Now, this is a rare type of cancer, but it's rapidly growing. And it's very, very difficult to treat. And it usually occurs in individuals that are older than 60 years of age. And another is like thyroid lymphoma. And now this is a pretty rare form of thyroid cancer, which begins in the immune system cells in the thyroid. And they tend to grow very quickly. And it also typically occurs in older adults. And these are cancers. Now, you have thyroid diseases such as hypothyroidism and hyperthyroidism. And I'll be doing podcasts on those types of thyroid disorders in the future. Because over 100 million individuals globally suffer from thyroid disease. I mean, believe it or not, like thyroid disorders are more common than diabetes and heart disease also. But the only thing is like upwards of 55% of individuals who are suffering from thyroid disease have no clue that they are. So it pretty much goes undiagnosed. But guess what? And I know you know what I'm going to say. If you were seeing an acupuncturist for regular wellness visits, you'd know this. Like I always say, along with seeing your physician for annual checkups, blood work, urinalysis, even stool samples in some cases. This is very important. All right? So, with that being said, I want you to make acupuncture a part of your life, okay? Because acupuncture is my life. What's yours?